What's going on, Sandboxers? We have a new update for this week, so let's just get right into it. So these first three are going together since they relate to cosmetic items and the new free rewards drop system, as Gary starts this week's blog post talking about reward changes. He talks about how with these random drops, the system was kind of confusing, as you didn't know why you didn't get your drop or how close you were to receiving it. Now there's a new progress bar in the menu to make this clear. He also states that once you open your reward, you'll be able to choose between 3 skins that you can keep for free, which the requirements go as follows, which is right now you need to play for 30 minutes on 7 days, and this doesn't have to be consecutive. Play 4 games you haven't played before for at least 2 minutes and unlock 6 achievements. Carson shows off the new unboxing screen after you've met these requirements, which you can choose between the 3 free cosmetics you can keep forever, or either trade or sell them if you want to as well. And finally, Gary mentions that they've added rarities to some of these items as they're only attainable through drops and act as an indicator of the probability of them dropping. Dan shows off the new human heads that are now in Sandbox. He says that the human heads were from Rust, so anyone who's guessed, congrats, you were right. But according to Dan, these were unattractive and they always looked stoned all the time. So they have new heads to look more friendly, as their intention is to retire the old heads completely. Matt shows off an insane change with Precompiled Games. Beforehand, you'd have to download the code and compile the game on your machine. They did this for security and compatibility reasons, but the downsides related to a longer loading time that would probably take you forever to download the game before playing. This has now changed, as when you upload your game to Sandbox, it will automatically compile on Facepunch's backend and serve it to everyone. By doing this, will drastically reduce loading times of games by anywhere between 5 to 60 seconds. This allows Facepunch to ensure that security of the DLL files before it's distributed to users. Matt mentions that a lot of the infrastructure that surrounds this sort of thing changes and it's reusable, so they'll probably use this as a way to recompile resources and shaders on the fly so that they'll continue to improve API without breaking anything, which is huge. So I talked about this next one before in a previous video, but there's now new requirements that have to be met if you're deciding to upload your game directly to Sandbox's platform. This does not relate to exporting or standalone. This is only for games that are enabling the play fund on the Sandbox platform. Gary's hope is that this is another way to prevent low quality garbage from getting on the platform. Gary shows off the new recent Twitch API he's implemented into Sandbox. Also, I think there's a typo here, because he does say that he doesn't think it's possible to make games that interact with Twitch again, which is kind of funny, but this new API will access viewer names and events like chat messages. This should allow anyone who's streaming Sandbox on Twitch that now they'll be able to play games that they can interact with their chat, which is really cool. Gary feels like this is a pretty fertile game area to explore different game ideas that haven't been possible before because of the barrier to implement something like this was too large. But he's excited to see what things people will create over time. The way that this will work is if you're a streamer playing Sandbox and you want to try a game with your chat, all you have to do is start your stream, click on the game, and then click on the new purple button, which you can see right here. And then from there, all you have to do is just link your Twitch account and you should be good to go. Oddly enough, Gary feels like this could be something really good, as even though he said that his game, which you type in poop and then your character poops, could be quite fun and inventive for other developers. Gary has added a benchmark section to the website, but there's now also a new benchmark.exe in the games folder of Sandbox that you can run and check to see how your results are. The reason that they added this was to check and see what results people would get when they run Sandbox, and they could see everything properly, like hardware, timings, and more that they're looking for, as this will help them greatly with optimizing the game. And that leads us right into the lightning round. A new screen 2D view has been added. New light contributions have also been added. Indirect light volumes have been fixed. Improved buoyancy has been made with water, which is really awesome. Toolbar shortcut hints have been added. Tracy has been added, which is a profiler designed for games with real nanosecond resolution that reveals performance blockers that are not as visible with ETW based profiles, according to Matt. And And a secret hidden addition that has been added with this update is mounts can mount scenes, which would be maps from those mounts. A possible example, I would hope, in this way is if you go and you get Halo 1 mounted onto S&box, you can possibly load Blood Gulch and other levels from the game into S&box, which is huge. So with some closing thoughts, I think that this update has a lot of interesting improvements. As for one, I'd have to say is the precompiled games. This completely changes how players will now properly load games without having to wait for stupid periods of time just to play them. Everything is compiled and loaded on Facepunch's backend, which increases time significantly. This is a very good change since many people have mentioned before that this was an issue and probably would be better with storage sizes. We'll see how that all works. Next is the Twitch API. This is a very odd but possibly good change, as we'll start to probably see games that the community makes that has streamers and their chats interact directly with those games. Some developers are already working on some awesome games and with different game ideas, and it's going to be very interesting to see what will come out of that. As Gary feels, for developers, this is an untapped territory for people to make some pretty fun games. And lastly is the play fund requirements. This is a step in the right direction, as many people have left comments saying that they felt that the play fund would attract certain types of people that would try to take advantage with low quality slop and garbage just to get more money on the platform, even though, to be fair, there will always be some form of garbage, but at least it's gotten harder for now to not have these games on the platform. There's still more things that Facepunch has to do, and it seems like they're not letting up on fixing issues. So let me know down below what you would like to possibly see fixed and dealt with within S&box. It's really nice to see that these improvements are finally a part of the platform. But that's all I have for this video. Feel free to subscribe to the channel, all that other good stuff. Let me know your thoughts down below, and I will see you in the next one.